34-point win. Tarleton committed 23 turnovers in that one. And we are underway. Happy opening night.
Them to shoot it in the first two exhibitions, but they'll get better.
Dormu throwing one up from the left side wing. It's good, and we take a look.
And they can't come in here and turn it over 23 times against SMU like they did a season ago.
Here's Edwards firing from the left side. Punch and counter punch from distance to Corey Washington and on to BJ Edwards. Edwards inside to Semet Igitolu. Kicks it out. In and out. The Mustangs get it done. First points for Pierre. And Kelly back over to Dormu on the S for the SMU midcourt logo. Inside to Hicks. Trying to work it to Andy Sigiscar. No good. Edwards all alone. Finally gets some company, but does roll it in.
One of the problems that Tarleton had against TCU and why they lost by 30 plus.
The ball, Freddie Hicks in the lane, getting it to Sigiscar. And he moves around Igitolu to throw it down.
That's why Billy Gillespie says the sky is the limit. Woodward caught himself under the basket. A very simple adjustment, great spacing that time for the Texan offense.
SMU adds 3 to the scoreboard. There's Boopie Miller.
Has really impressed the first two games. That's really what they've emphasized for Boopie coming into the season.
14-8, SMU in front. Sigiscar again against Igitolu.
To game number one, when traditionally it's been such a beating to watch teams try to function in the half court previously.
Dior Johnson, 13:20 to go. Here's Dormu, quick work. He got down that left lane in a hurry.
He's quick. He knows what to do with the ball. Athleticism that Gillespie has not had in his time with Stephenville and Tarleton State.
Washington drives to the hole. First look at Nigel Walls into the SMU lineup. Boopie Miller throwing it up for Igitolu. The Turkish Tower throws it down. Down by 5 with under 12 to go. Igitolu making his.
Look at SMU turn up defensively.
Isaac falls to hardwood, kicks it outside to Dormu, who swishes it home. Tarleton State trims the deficit to 3. Under 12 minutes to go in the opening half. Hand it off to Miller. Igitolu goes back inside. Miller with a fake and a good shot off the glass. Kate Douglas, the transfer from UT Arlington, fresh into the game. Throwing it up from distance, it's Isaac.
But they made Tarleton work for that Isaac. Nice job by the freshman from Dynamic Prep.
Kaya Isaac with his first points as a Tarleton State Texan. Pierre gets it to roll in. He has 7 now. Dormu behind his back to Hicks. Fumbled it for a moment, regains possession, gets it to roll in, and Hicks now has 7 points.
Just incredible toughness right there. Hicks not deterred.
Knocked around, regained by Isaac, and he gets the triple to fall. That's 2 3-pointers for him in the early going.
And the Mustangs were kind of leaning on their experience of BJ Edwards and Boopie Miller to keep their head on their shoulders.
Here's Dior Johnson in the first half. Dormu trying to find a seam, does, and gets it off glass. Mazzell up close on Miller. Miller takes it himself, falling away.
And this is a big night for the Mustangs.
Toombs is unavailable tonight with a wrist injury, expected to be reevaluated in a few weeks from long range.
That's a shot that Billy Gillespie would like to see SMU take only every time down the floor.
Kate Douglas, the UT Arlington transfer, his first points. 5-point advantage for SMU. Turning around, it's Pierre. 25 seconds left in the first half. Battling. Screen set by Igitolu. 5 seconds. Pierre from long range. Hits with 2 seconds left on the clock. Douglas unable to get the shot off. You have to go all the way back to the 2011-2012 season to find the last time the Mustangs lost on opening night. It was against Little Rock, a 10-point loss here on this floor at Moody Coliseum. Semet Igitolu gets the first
second year of his second stint.
Down low to Washington, off the glass and down. Back outside, another chance for the Texans. Driving baseline, back outside, picked off by Edwards. Edwards 1-on-2 without numbers, still able to get the ball to go in. They'll play their first regular season game there on Saturday against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Reaching up and getting it in, it's Chris Mpaka.
The focus is on getting a little better every single day. Coach emphasized toughness and togetherness, and their identity has to come from doing the dirty work. Tough and connected, and you can see this team's toughness here tonight, hanging in this game, Chris and Scott.
Absolutely. This is a big challenge for Tarleton State tonight.
And to see him do that offensively, man.
Dior Johnson stops. Unable to draw iron.
Well, I like the pressure that Washington puts on him right there, making him pay for showing that full court press.
Miller from just above the free throw line. He's up to 14 points.
And that's a tough take right there from Boopie.
12-point lead for SMU. Johnson inside. Chris Mpaka. Mpaka. Cal Baptist is the favorite in the Western Athletic Conference.
Look at that hustle. Look at that awareness.
To pull Tarleton State within 7.
And then the shot making.
When you look at the additions the Texans have made, including Dior Johnson, who was just the free throw line, it looks like a really strong team. So do the Mustangs.
Transfer, he is outstanding. What a job staying in rhythm with that shot.
Davis Ray too strong. Second chance opportunity for the Mustangs. Corey Washington.
It's the
10.5 minutes to go. Dormu feeds it to Dior Johnson. Johnson. Washington, the other new face in double figures. Why, Igutolu back for his second season on the Hilltop. Just 1 point away from joining them.
Because Tarleton State got absolutely annihilated on the glass and on the boards last year.
To O'Neal, the freshman throws it down.
I suspect that Andy Enfield will stay in it. It's been very effective the last 4 times in the half court against Tarleton.
Quickly able to get it across here are the Mustangs. Washington turns and fires nothing but net. He has 12.
And that's not an easy shot right there. It's hard to do that in the first game of the season in the NIL era.
Dormu gets it to Hicks. Knocked away from behind by Pierre,
who have not hit a field goal in over 6 minutes against this zone.
Isaac no good. The streak continues. SMU on the run. Corey Washington.
Offensive possession for Tarleton in literally 6 minutes of gameplay.
Finally hitting a field goal, but SMU immediately counters. 20 points or more. It has been 2 decades since the Mustangs have done that.
But what a play right there. 7 to 8 minutes in this half has been such a difference maker.
Knocked away. Tarleton on the run. Here's Johnson laying it in off the glass on this opening night win. It'll be 2 straight victories over Tarleton State on opening night. But the Texans played the Mustangs a lot tougher this year than they did last. Washington with 1 final exclamation point. But early on, we had 10 lead changes and 5 ties. 14 straight wins on opening day for SMU.